Hello and welcome to Magic of the Mind. I'm your host, Allie Ashley, and today I'm excited to share with you a meditation that I find particularly helpful in my own life, and I hope you find it useful in yours. This is a meditation that focuses on the concept of revision, which is a powerful, very powerful way to use your imagination to revise anything bad that you have experienced or created into something good. So before I jump into the meditation, I wanted to talk about why revision is important and what it means as far as your day-to-day and how you should be implementing it as Neville teaches, or at least how I'm interpreting Neville teaching it, which I think is really important to make that distinction because we all interpret everything completely different. We are all each other pushed out, and that can lead to some really interesting things. So sometimes when we discover the law of assumption, we have this inkling to tell others about it, right? And when we do this, others might look at us as though we've lost our minds. And remember that everyone is simply you pushed out, but also people come to this, which they will come to it when it's their time to do so. It's said in scripture and it's repeated in Neville's lectures again and again and again. If you're here, you are here for a reason. You were led here by something greater than you or us. So we almost go through each step of our own journey, right? So you don't try too hard to interrupt someone else's journey with this newfound knowledge or experience that you've had, because it has to come to them because they too are God. They aren't victims, and they will come to the law when it's their time. Neville says, pure of heart cannot be persuaded, but it's a result of the promise. And what I think is so important about this is that we all need to remember, if we haven't yet fully experienced the promise, we can take solace in the fact that we still have these bad manifestations greeting us after our imagination gets a little irritable and unloving, and that's okay because pure of heart cannot be persuaded. It's a result of the promise. So it comes after the promise, not before. You don't have to be a super good person all the time with no failing to be able to live a beautiful life in the world of Caesar. It's not about that. Your purity of heart will come when you've experienced everything you need to experience. And so it sounds to me like Neville's saying you can't possibly even know, let alone possess the purity of heart until you've experienced the promise. In the meantime, you can absolutely begin manifesting incredible things in your world of Caesar by continuously pruning your mental garden, keeping it beautiful and ripping out the weeds when you need to. I've gone over the last episode, the idea of mental diets, and part of this means revising things that have gone in less than savory ways when our imagination gets a little bit out of control. And so, thinking about my own life, it's been a lot like a video game. I used to be really into Mario as a kid, like NES Mario, showing my age, but that was something that had a profound impact on how I registered the world because I was playing it so much. And what I think about is I feel like the past 10 years of my life at least have been like the very last level in Mario 3, just kind of relentless and monotonous and just impossible to beat. So maybe you feel this way as well. I have a feeling that you very well may. So the key to me leading a life that I enjoy more and more each day in this world of Caesar is to practice this idea of purity of heart as close as I can to what I imagine it means. Basically thinking in a loving way at all times, even when it's super hard. And it truly has been getting better and better every single day since I started practicing this. Not just meditation, which I actually do. I want to say I have pretty much boosted my meditation to about an hour at least each day. It's really important. But also revision. So for those of you who just came to get some help with manifesting things in the world of Caesar, this will also work very beautifully for you as well if your intention is for good. You don't want to use this for bad things. Bad things will happen. That never, ever works. So anybody that's out there thinking that they can manifest wonderful things in their life by thinking bad thoughts of others, it's it's not going to work out so well for you. But you, even if you have no idea or think the idea of scripture and all of this is just complete crazy sauce, that's okay. If you're interested in manifesting wonderful things for yourself in your life, this is where you start. You start with revision, and you start with really trying to have a loving mindset towards everything. Revision is the power. It's where I can give myself second and third chances for messing up with my imagination. Revision is a lot like the one-up mushrooms you get in Mario. They're a second chance. A chance to do it again. And here we actually have unlimited magic mushrooms, so to speak, as they are simply chances for a redo, and we should use them as often as we need. And this is where we truly wield our godlike powers, or our God powers. Revision, when done through scripting and meditation, helps you quickly process and mentally overcome a setback you've had in your life, whether it be recent or further back in time. If it's something that you wish hadn't happened, then chances are it's smart to revise it. This is because the negative scene or setback itself is acting as a blocker to you getting what you really want in life. It's helping you to hold on to undesired states, which makes it difficult to enter into new states, those of the wish fulfilled. So the intention of this meditation is to help you overcome that blocker by transforming the memory into one that brings about feelings of peace and calm. This negative scene or setback that you wish to revise can be as recent as just minutes before you do the meditation, say if you had an unfortunate email come through or were faced with a conflict that came out of nowhere. Or you can go much further back into your life and revise instances that have caused you anguish or pain or worry, or have colored your world in an unfavorable way. During this meditation, I'll walk you through exactly how to do this, but the one thing you should do before starting is have a clear image of the scene you'd like to revise and what you want to replace it with. Also, I recommend that you focus solely on one scene or situation that brought about these negative feelings. All of your negative experiences can certainly be revised using this meditation, but focus just on only one scene at a time. If you have more scenes to revise, simply do the meditation again, thinking of a revision for that scene. You can't overdo revision, but you can absolutely underutilize this powerful technique. When I first started with revision, I was astounded at the results. My friends and family were astounded at the results, even if I didn't tell them anything about the revision. Oftentimes, I used it to get me through some tough moments before I started on a more strict mental diet, and I think the accuracy and the speed of the results went really far to help cement my faith in the law. It works. It just works. Try it and see it for yourself. So this can be done anytime a negative situation in your life arises, and it works exceptionally well for peace of mind when done soon after you experience a negative situation. I recommend that you take a few moments and figure out exactly which situation or setback you want to focus on, and then take some time to script out how you wanted it to go, or the desired end result, not what actually happened that you want to revise. For example, if you got into an argument with a friend, in your revision, simply imagine that the argument never happened, but instead the argument was replaced by a fun and friendly conversation. I find it helpful to use a sheet of paper for this part so you can more readily imagine it in your mind once you begin the meditation. So if you need a moment, go ahead and pause it here. And I'll place a marker in the YouTube video so you can pick up at the meditation next time you do it, and I hope you do it often. You're going to see some amazing, incredible results, and your life will make an incredible shift towards the bright side when you do. No more dwelling in past mistakes, slips of the tongue, or ill thoughts that have manifested into a hellish reality. You just simply revise it. Okay, let's get started. So find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted, and sit or lie down in a comfortable position. I prefer to lie down for my meditation so I can fully relax, but do whatever works best for you. It is very important that you can get relaxed. I think that this is a big key to helping visualize and get that feeling of the wish fulfilled, really felt. So definitely relax, whatever feels best for you. And get into your preferred position and gently close your eyes. We're going to start with a few deep breaths that will allow your body to get into a total state of relaxation. Then we're going to scan our bodies from our head to our toes to alleviate any stressors that we may be holding in, and we're just going to let them go. So take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your entire belly with air, and hold it for a count of 5. Then slowly exhale from your mouth, again at a count of 5. Again, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a count of 5. And release, exhaling slowly for a count of 5. And one more time, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And release. Now, imagine in your mind's eye a calming, bright, sunny ray of light. This light is coming from above, straight above, and it touches the top of your head and streams down through your body, following the length of your spine. Every cell is illuminated by this light, and your body begins to fill up with this light, so much so that the light starts flooding outside of you and radiating towards everyone and everything around you. You can feel this warming light calming your body and making each of your cells tingle. Feel it on your skin and inside. Feel the warmth and glow of the light. Now, let's do a mental scan of your entire body and imagine all the negativity from your body being carried away with this light as it flows within you and outside of you. It's a cleansing light, simply washing away all the negativity from your body as you scan it. So start at the top of your head and just feel the light flowing in and feel it as it flows out. As it does flow out, it washes all negativity from your head, your scalp, your eyes, your cheeks and jaw, your neck, and then down your chest and your belly, to your arms and your hands. The light is washing away all negativity. It continues down your back and your pelvic region, down your calves and legs and feet. Let all that negativity go. Good. Now we're going to explore the negative incident or setback that you faced, as in without revision. So you'll go through the actions of the negative scene as though it were a play you were watching. You only need to do this briefly, but try and capture the essence of the moment that you are revising. Focus on the moment you want to revise and just go through it as though you're observing it from a totally detached perspective. You're just watching the scene occur. There's no emotion attached, no judgment. You're just a spectator. Okay, good. Now, forgive yourself for the error and judgment in your imagination. Forgive anyone else you need to as well. All is good. All is calm. You are forgiven. Now, let that thought go and focus back on the healing, sunny light. Imagine your body full of this wonderful light and then let it get brighter and warmer, radiating within and outside of you. At this time, you're going to imagine the same moment, but different, as you revised it in your new script. This time, it will be as you wanted it to be, and you'll leave the moment feeling good, relieved, or grateful, or joyous, or at peace. Whatever it is that you want to have happened, attach a feeling to it. Now go through the moment as you would have liked it to have gone. Add in all aspects of reality as though it were a memory. Walk through it in your head as though it were a play. Who was there? Where were you? What did it look like? How did you feel? Take some time and really visualize it, revising the situation as you want it to have occurred. Good. Now simply rest in this state for a few moments, content that your setback or obstacle never occurred. Instead, what you wanted to happen did happen. Sit in that feeling of the revised memory, the relief or joy or peace, whatever the feeling, just allow yourself to remain in it for a few moments. Be grateful. Isn't it wonderful? Don't you feel good? Now take a few more deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. As you move forward into your new reality, continue to feel gratitude for the new experience you just had. Sit with it for a few moments and then briefly replay once again your revised memory. Good. Now let's come back. Take a few deep breaths, slowly and naturally, and slowly open your eyes. Now go forward in your day or your evening, content that your blocker is now released and you'll move towards righteous thought and action in all that you do. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all for joining me with this meditation. I hope that you found it helpful. And remember, as you go about your day, today, tomorrow, and forever on, every thought counts.